Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Lucklight Plays. We're continuing our run-through of Destiny of an Emperor as part of 8-Bit Obscurity. And we got a hint on the last episode, right at the end, on where we need to find the Sleeping Dragon, which is the English translation of Fulong, and the one that we want to get almost immediately, Zhuge Liang. He told us to go to Liu Sang village to find Kuizhou-Pi, which is that village, Liu Sang village, is right in the beginning of the game. It's where we started. But first, the yellow tickets. The peach garden here. You're looking for Zhuge Liang? He was here. They already left. Alright. But I did already. To go back to his inn and see if he's there. Luckily I bought a whole bunch of gull wings this time, so. And this scene actually simulates what actually happened in the book. Liu Bei visited Zhuge Liang's cottage, I believe it was 3 times. The first time, he wasn't home. The second time, he wasn't home. The third time, he was. And it was just to show that how much Liu Bei really needed Zhuge Liang's help. And Zhuge Liang was very moved at the fact that he visited him so many times and joined him. Alright, so now I need to go back to Nanyang. Which I didn't really move Liu Bei, so he might be still here. No, he's not. Let me go get him. I just want to know how he gets here. If I can't move 3 steps without being attacked by thousands of freaking rebels. Maybe that's the job of the reserve team. Alright, so now he's back in his home. Now we can visit again. So travel through this area one more time. It's completely to test your patience, I admit. Not me doing this, but the actual scene itself. So we're just gonna get there one more time. Ugh, excuse me, I'm yawning, I'm so bored here. I just want to get this over with. Almost there. Hooah. Alright. Brother's resting in the next room. Do you wake him up? No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just wait. So I'm doing that. Waiting. You have called on me so many times, and I support your ideas. I can't refuse you any longer. I will join you. Yay! I have to go to Guiyang Castle to renew some acquaintances. I'll meet you there. So once again, I am forced to transport without him. I don't know what it is. It's always one step after I use a Gullwing when I'm in this area that I immediately get set upon by another 1,000 brigands. About 1,500 there. 1,400. Okay. Guoyang Castle. Oh, he finally made it. In Shu, the cities are being raided by rebels, and the borders are threatened by the Hanzhong army. No, not the guy we had in the beginning of the game. The actual place. Liu Zhang begs you to come to his aid. So now we have Yu Liang, who does not look like that in the actual story. But you'll notice his intelligence, 255, max. He is one of the most valuable characters because of that. And we're going to keep Pang Tong in our group as well. For now. Till there's one character that I will keep around later on that is just as useful because of certain spells that he has, but at this point, our good buddy Pang Tong will stick with us. I will say another good benefit of this game is that your characters don't die, really, unless storyline dictates. And storyline usually doesn't dictate your characters dying. I learned Hong Shui, which is a water attack. But, none of the characters I have right now die yet. Most of them die of old age. Well, Xiao Yun does. Wang Zhong, I believe, does. But, Zhang Guifei and Guan Yu die in battle in the story. And that's not a spoiler, that's... the story takes place over 100 years. Eventually someone's gonna die. And, they die in battle, and their sons join, and then their sons kind of die as well. So the characters you find at the end are completely different from the characters in the beginning. But there are a few characters that die in battle, like namely, as I go into the land of Shu. This is not a spoiler for the game because it doesn't happen in the game, but Pang Tong dies. Pang Tong gets shot full of arrows and dies eventually. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in the storyline. In Destiny of the Emperor 2, as it follows the storyline more, you'll have characters that, in cutscenes or whatever, will die. But when it comes to this game, he'll be sitting high and dry till the end of the game, and to the ending, so none of my characters will I lose in a permanent position. And the only one who really did do that was Liu Bei, who was kind of destined to do that, being Liu Bei and all. I thought I was going to get completely out of it scot-free. They're also throwing a lot of Shu-level generals at me. And let me explain, it's not pronounced, well, it's not spelled Shu as in S-H-O-E. It's not something you put on your foot. It's S-H-U. So when I know when I say the forces of Shu, everybody goes giggle giggle. I used to do that too. Getting kicked by the powers of Shu, you know. But that's where we're going to be going, and that's eventually what we become. Because Shu kind of becomes our mainland. Much like how we're kind of progressing through the game, it seems that each area becomes our mainland, like Nanyang, which is Yuan Shu's territory. Yuan Shu became our main territory for a while, and then Jingzhou became our main territory, so... Yuan Shao's territory never really becomes a base. Mainly because it's so far up that it doesn't even matter. I think the reason why they say eventually, okay, you really do have to go after Yuan Shao, is because he's kind of on your flank. And it's like, alright, you need to free up the area here. So I must suppress the rebels. Alright, Hanzhong troops, you're gonna eat some weaponry. Eventually. And here they are. Liu Bei, who's kind of useless, and Zhang Ren, who was one of the main fighters of the Hanzhong army in the book. So we're gonna go after him first. And boy do we do so. Shouldn't take too much out of me here. Liu Bei does get hard a bit. Or heal up a little bit. So it's nice to see my hit points are now in the level of Jingzhou, but now I'm in Shu where everything has 3,000 plus. So the enemies will always seem to have more troops than you do at all times, even at the end, when you can't level up any farther. That was generally easy. So let's check the area. I always check that pot, just in case. I found an axe at one point in the beginning, and I never really broke out of the habit. Liu Zheng has been captured by rebels and taken to Fushui. Let's move on. And here's one of my least favorite areas. I call it the snake path, because what it does is, it's a very short path if it went straight up and down, but it swirls back and forth. From left to right, right to left, and so on. And of course it's full of enemies. Eventually I will get to the next castle, but it doesn't look likely on this episode at least. I could have bought items that nullify random battles, but I forgot. I'll be honest with you, I forgot. Alright, good, I got away. The amount of battles seems to be increasing. Attack Lei Tong, stop attacking the rebels. There we go. Jeez, every single one of them has a general. Starting to get a little annoying there. Alright, almost out of it. actually gonna heal in this battle, so I'm gonna attack normally. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need to heal before I get to the next place. At least I took out one of them. Alright, let's just get it over with. Now that we're back in good standing with our hit points. Excuse me, soldiers. I gotta get those terminologies right. Just get away from me. Alright, so there's the castle. I guess I'll do this next battle and then call it for this episode. It's essentially gonna be straight up fight. Attack one guy until he falls down, attack next guy until he falls down. And ouch. Critical hits can really crush you. Now let's heal. Sean Connery will heal us all. Still doing a lot of damage. Those hits. I really dig Tao Qian's his mustache. If I had a mighty mustache like that, I wouldn't have to do this channel. I kid. Alright, so General's defeated. Let's ransack the rest. And on the next episode, we're gonna attack that castle right up above us, and move on through the Kingdom of Shu, and hopefully save Liu Zhang from the forces of the Han Zhang army. As silly as that sounds, they're actually pretty tough. I learned Da Rei, which is a fire attack. Alright, so, hope you come back for the next one. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.